Here's an excellent snippet.
We're looking for types, new faces, tough guys for
That's
action.
Cagney, by the
You
way.
want a job? Doing what? Acting in pictures.
Just look at all those people. No, not them. Them.
I love you.
And them over there. And way in the back. Yeah, them too. I'm one of those guys. The kind like Cagney was hired to play. What you call a Hollywood extra. A background player. A face in the crowd. You see, you can't have movies in a bustling restaurant. A swanky nightclub. At ringside for the fights. Or in a packed church without extras. Not if you want it to feel real, you know? But we aren't just warm bodies among the scenery. We give the illusion of real life in this factory make-believe. We bring the atmosphere. We may not be the principal players, but we are the life of the party. The movies wouldn't work without extras. And the big shots knew it. We were the title character in King Vidor's The Crowd. Woody Van Dyke always took care of us, especially the lucky ones who got to work on that picture he shot in Tahiti.
Mr. DeMille, all ready to go. Camera!
Cecil B. DeMille saw us as more than just bodies in the background. He expected us to act with a capital A.
Come on now, work yourselves into the emotion of such a scene. Don't be extras.
I don't care how you feel. Show your teeth, and I'll get what I want, he'd say.
Behold his mighty hand.
When a picture boasted a cast of thousands, them and us, even though we weren't much more than specks in all that spectacle. You can bet we got knocked around. Was it worth it? Depends on if you like the picture, I guess. Flies on the wall. That's what we were.
Barbara Stanwyck,
Being around
Fred
the top
McMurray.
stars of the day. Some who started out as extras themselves. Gary Cooper. Myrna Loy. Even the future king of Hollywood, Clark Gable. They all aimed at higher dreams and hit it big. Just like the fan magazines promised. Come to think of it, it was those same rags that brought many of us here by the tens of thousands, all looking for a shot. Jobs came fast if you were in the right spot, which was usually next to the Amici, waiting for that precious call from Hollywood 3711.
Central Casting.
Pretty much the only place in town handing out gigs. At any moment, they might ring you with the urgent plea, "We've been looking for just your type." Well, that's what we wanted to hear, at least. You get the idea. A pretty face, a dusty cowboy, or a ruffled lump of clothes worn with $3 stiffs. They all hope to get a spot on the day's payroll, if they're lucky. But if you had special talents,
Even
like
the dog.
ballroom dancing, or ice skating, or even just being the right size, you were in like Flynn.
You wanted it, don't you? What's in it? $3 a day and a box lunch.
For us extras, making movies wasn't glamorous. Endless hours, waiting for your scene, standing around in the cold and heat, or sitting on your duff making do with coffee and that box lunch they bribed Cagney with, which wasn't half bad. Matter of fact, for some of us, it was the only square meal we could count on.
15 minutes for lunch.
A lot of times, we had to lug our own civvies to set. What you had in your closet determined the day's work. With the kind of duds an average Joe would wear, you'd rake in about $7.50 a day. And for business wear you'd see on a city sidewalk or at the office, a sawbuck on the daily. Those who sported well-to-do attire, stuffed dummies we called them, they got the more sophisticated jobs, because they were dressed to the nines for about 15 clams a day. Not a bad way to make a living. But if you were to ask a dame, you might get a different answer.
Too tight, 2 notches out.
There were rules a woman in the biz had to live by. She had to be a certain height, certain weight, and she couldn't cut her hair without permission. Couldn't even chew gum. Still, a lot of ladies made a living at it, but it was never a cakewalk.
I How'd you get started in this business anyway?
A movie producer saw me in a one-piece bathing suit and gave me a screen test.
The life of an extra wasn't a stroll down easy street for anybody. For our troubles, we got no awards, no interviews in the fan mags, no attention from John Q. Public. Well, most of us anyway. We might have been forgettable faces, but we were professionals through and through. Most of us stayed in character, chatting away in the background, filling in the scene in our own small way. We were actors, after all.
Speak freely, nobody's listening. They're all too busy hoping no one is listening to them.
But I guess you'll just have to take my word for it. How would anybody ever know what we actually said?
I haven't had a minute with you all evening.
Because I don't want to go there. Why should I? All right, better tell me why. Oh, you're gonna make everything about you and your perfect little family? Well, why have a family? Because you could have me.
But you were readily surmised.